It is the week of January 11th, 2022. My name is Hope.
And I am Rosie. Welcome to your Ruth Fisher News.
Elon Musk has been teasing fans with the Tesla Cybertruck, which is the company's first all-electric truck, and the equally futuristic Tesla Cyberquad all-terrain vehicle, or ATV, since 2019. However, the car manufacturer has yet to begin production on either model. Instead, the company made up for the delay by announcing the release of the all-electric Cyberquad for kids on December 1st, 2021. The sleek vehicle is a collaboration between the Tesla Design Studio and Radio Flyer and is identical to the concept Cyberquad ATV Musk showcased in 2019, just smaller. It boasts a full steel frame, cushioned seats, and LED light bars. A powerful lithium-ion battery allows young riders to zoom around for 15 miles on a single charge. Even better, the ATV can be recharged in just 5 hours. The only problem is it's sold out in minutes, even with a nearly $2,000 price tag. Hopefully, this will encourage Tesla to make more in the future.
Last week, Abrazo Health announced the purchase of 27 acres of land at the southwest corner of Verrata Way and the I-10. Plans include a medical office building, ambulatory services, and an acute care hospital. Officials said that the Abrazo Health campus will allow their network to invest in critical services and scale that meets the area's needs. We will see this as a long-term commitment to serve as a healthcare anchor for current and future residents of the West Valley. Groundbreaking for the initial phase of the Buckeye campus is planned for 2022, and additional details will be shared at a later date. A spokesman for Abrazo said, "We are proud of all of our employees and providers and our supportive governing board members for their commitment to caring for and serving our communities. Abrazo is well positioned to grow, and we are excited about the future of all our medical campuses across the valley." Now let's go over to Mr. Dobish for a weekly update.
Good morning, good afternoon, Ruth Fisher Colts. It's the first Ruth Fisher News since last year. So welcome back to the new school year. Obviously we didn't have one last week when we got back from break. So I'll just give a couple reminders. It's a new semester, so first off, get off to a good start. Make sure you're getting your work done on time. Make sure you're doing the best to your ability. If you have a question on an assignment or how to do something, always ask your teachers, get help. They're here to help you and make sure you're being successful. Also, behavior, expectations. Make sure you know how to behave in class. Teachers are going to be reviewing expectations again this week, even though it's the second week back from break. They'll continue to review the expectations, the routines, the procedures in class to make sure you're very clear on those and making sure you are following those. If not, they'll go through the process of discipline here on campus. Also coming back from break, we've seen a spike in COVID cases here nationwide in Arizona. So obviously we do recommend, still wearing a mask when you can't socially distance. And hand sanitizer is always wonderful. Use it, wash your hands often during the school day, and make sure you're staying healthy. If you're not feeling good, let your parents know. Let the school know that you'll be staying home because you are ill, because we want to obviously keep the spread of COVID down. So please take those safeguard measures that you need to do. With that, make it a great week, and we'll see everybody around campus.
Thanks, Mr. Dobish. Here's Natalie and Cameron with sports.
Welcome to sports. My name is Cameron.
And I'm Natalie. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Dallas Cowboys last week by a score of 25-22. They wrapped up the regular season over the weekend with a game at home against the Seahawks, trying to finish 12-5. They already clinched a playoff spot and are hoping for a trip to the Super Bowl in LA next month.
The Arizona Coyotes have had most of their recent games postponed due to COVID precautions. They are 6-21-3 currently. The Suns are sitting on a game behind the Golden State Warriors with a record of 28-8. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games. Over the break, Devin Brooker became the 7th youngest player to score 10,000 points in their career.
That is all for today. See you next time on sports.
Thanks, girls. Here's entertainment news with Shaylin and Cameron.
Welcome back to Entertainment News. I am Cameron.
And I am Shaylin. When you think about Arizona in the wintertime, most people don't realize we have several snowy places to visit. Here in Phoenix Valley, we don't usually get any snow, but there are places you can go within a few hour drive to ski, sled, play in it, or just see the snow.
The most famous place is the Arizona Snow Bowl in Flagstaff. Anywhere in Flagstaff is a great place to see the snow. But if you want to ski, Snow Bowl is the place for you. Also, on the east side of the state, you can check out the Sunrise Ski Resort in the White Mountains. It is only about 45 minutes away from Pine Top Lakeside. Finally, you can find some snow down near Tucson at Mount Lemmon.
This is probably the best place for beginners as the drops are shortest of the 3 locations. If you choose to go see some snow or even try skiing, remember to wear warm clothes.
See you next time on Entertainment News.
Thanks, girls. Here's Fun Fact Trivia with Lorena and Aubrey.
Welcome to Fun Fact Trivia. My name is Lorena.
And I'm Aubrey. Did you know that today, January 11th, is National Milk Day? National Milk Day on January 11th commemorates the day many think the first milk deliveries in glass bottles began in the United States.
Alexander Campbell of the New York Dairy Company professed to the New York State Senate that his company was the first to make these deliveries in 1878. Your question today is what percent of all dairy products on Earth come from cow milk? A, 75%.
Is it B, 85%?
C, 95%.
You have 10 seconds to make your decision.
If you said B, 85%, you are correct. Apart from cattle, many kinds of livestock contribute milk used by humans for dairy products.
These animals include buffalo, goat, sheep, camel, donkey, horse, reindeer, and yak. Like cattle, their milk produces cream, butter, yogurt, ice cream, and cheese too.
See you next week on Fun Fact Trivia.
Thanks, girls. Now here we have a new segment, Quote of the Week with Josh.
Welcome to Quote of the Week. My name is Josh. In this new segment, we will find a quote that we think will be helpful or inspiring to you. This week's quote is, "Happiness can be found in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." This quote comes from J.K. Rowling's character Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series. That's all, and see you next time on Quote of the Week.
Thanks, Josh. Here's Gabriel with This Week in History.
And welcome to This Week in History. I'm Gabriel. On January 11, 1908, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt declares the massive Grand Canyon and northwestern Arizona a national monument. Though Native Americans lived in the area as early as the 13th century, the first European sighting of the canyon wasn't until 1540 by members of the expedition headed by the Spanish explorer Francisco Vázquez de Coronado. Because of its remote and inaccessible location, several centuries passed before North American settlers really explored the canyon. In 1869, geologist John Wesley Powell led a group of 10 men in the first difficult journey down the rapids of the Colorado River and along the length of 277-mile gorge in 4 rowboats. President Woodrow Wilson signed the Grand Canyon National Park Act in 1919. Today, more than 5 million people visit the canyon each year, mostly via the breathtaking view of the canyon's south rim. See you next week on This Week in History.
Welcome to Science Time. My name is Gray. Tracks have been discovered at a beach in Wales are believed to be footprints of a dinosaur from more than 200 million years ago, and scientists said the extremely rare
tracks come from a time when Pangaea was still intact. The footprints were discovered at the Penarth Beach in southern Wales by a beachgoer in 2020 who notified scientists at the Natural History Museum in London. At first, scientists thought they were part of the geological process of the beach and were skeptic they could be footprints, but further evaluation suggests they were dinosaur tracks from the late Triassic period, just when dinosaurs began to reign supreme on Earth. The footprints were discovered along a 164-foot-long area, and although they were poorly preserved, the rims of the prints in a consistent spaced-out length were proof they were prints of a walking animal. See you next time with more Science Time.
Thanks, grade. Here's Natalie with Word of the Week.
Hello and welcome to Word of the Week. My name is Natalie. This week's word is palindrome. A palindrome is a noun and it's a word, verse, sentence, or a number that reads the same backward or forward. Here is how you can use it in a sentence. The word race car is a palindrome. See you next time on Word of the Week.
Thanks, Natalie. That is all for this episode of Ruth Fisher News.
See you next week.
Go!